man, where's the door handle?
Hey man, don't you know there are no door handles? But I bet we had you fooled there for a second. You may have even thought that this was a real Mazda concept car, but it's not. You see, this car was built by a team of about 20 to 30 master's students here at Clemson University's International Center for Automotive Research in a span of about 18 months. This is a part of a program we call Deep Orange. Deep Orange has been running for the last 15 years for every class of master's students. You start with sort of a rough set of outlines, a sponsor, and they say, design us a sports car for young people in 15 years from now. And that was what this one was modeled after, and by the way, 15 years from then was 2025, so that's about today. Deep Orange is just like any other project you might have done in college, where you start off super ambitious, and then you get really close to the deadline and realize, maybe I don't have enough time to do everything that I plan to do. And so then they start staying up all night and pulling all these crazy things just to get it done. That's why the vehicles like this end up looking really nice, but they don't have door handles. And me being a tour guide here in the Department of Automotive Engineering, I was tired of people asking me on tour, how do you open the door on this? And having to tell them, I don't know, it looks pretty nice and sealed up to me. But finally I asked one of our lab managers, how do you open the door in this car? He showed me that it's just a simple grab and pull. But once I saw the inside of this vehicle, I realized what a great gold mine we were sitting on. Having it sit here as just a display piece, why not run it again? Why not drive it again? Why not take it to events and Cars and Coffee and put it in parades? So I asked him, would this car ever run again? His exact words back to me were, yeah, we can do that. That started a brand new club here at Clemson University Automotive Engineering that we're calling the Purple Garage, because these cars were produced in a program called Deep Orange. The other Clemson color is purple, so Purple Garage, that's how we came up with it. And we actually started with not this car, we started with Deep Orange 9, which is in the back, which should be showcased in a number of upcoming videos, but hopefully this one will be the second one that we tackle. And here in just a couple months, we'll be able to see it run and drive again. Stay tuned for more, and we're excited to see some of these old cars run again. What's up everyone, my name is Joshua, and this is the first assignment that's been given to the Purple Garage. This is Deep Orange 9, and it may look the part, but this was a full-blooded race car. So it started life as a stock Honda Civic that we were given by Honda, was our sponsor, and we basically took and modified every part on the vehicle to turn it into a rallycross car. Every part except maybe this one trim piece. That's the only piece we could find on the car when we were looking at it that wasn't modified in one way or another. So not only is it a race car, it's a hybrid race car. So this is the electric powertrain. This is the variable frequency drive that's driving this AC motor right here to power the front axle. Now the engine that was up here originally when it was a Honda Civic has now been moved to the back and significantly upgraded to make it into a racing machine. Now, if you want to look inside the hood one more time, I just want to point out, if we were to buy a variable frequency drive and an AC motor today that were the same power spec, they would be fractions of the size that these pieces are. Some of the changes we made to the inside, first is we did put in a big, nice racing seat that's since been taken out, and that over there is the box where the batteries originally were. Now, the batteries, unfortunately, are no longer in the car, but we're actually planning to put a second seat in there so we could maybe drive this thing in a parade and have somebody that's a passenger and not just a driver. When we get to the back, we notice this massive gaping hole where the engine used to be. It was a trans-axle configuration, so there's the engine on the right, the transmission was bolted to the back of it on the left, and then it sent two axles out to power the rear wheels through an open differential, which was a limited slip differential until they blew it up. But the only thing left in here now is basically just the fuel tank and fuel pump assembly, and an assembly for the air ride suspension, which we're not really messing with either. Once again, it never worked just perfectly, but there are small cups on the top of all the springs that have the air ride diaphragms in them. So the idea was you would be able to drive on tarmac, get up to the border between the tarmac and the off-road track, and lift the car up a little bit. In reality, it really just squatted the wheels out more. It didn't actually lift up the vehicle body. Another party trick that this vehicle had when it was first created was four-wheel steering. So you see there's two mounts there. They're kind of hard to pick out, but there was a full steering pump set up on that with a rack and pinion that was going to both of the rear wheels. And that system was also never exactly functional in the wild, and it was sort of in the way, so we just took it out. we're going to try to keep this car as original as possible so that any of these modifications we're making, putting in a seat, taking out the power steering pump, not really touching the electric powertrain, could be undone one day if there are future students that are interested in bringing the car back to 100% original spec or fixing some of the bugs that were in these systems when they were first created. We should have probably filmed this video before we started taking things off the car, but we got a little excited and ahead of ourselves, so you're getting sort of a mid-construction update. There's more of this to come, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching.